Yo, what's up? Uh, I'm here with a review that you clicked on. This time, I'm going to be talking about the new EP from the band Down, entitled Down 4 Part 2, right here. It just came out on May the 13th, I believe, and it's the second part of what they're doing for Down 4, and that is 4 EPs. So I think the first EP came out in 2012, and we reviewed that, and it was a very, very stupid and immature review on our part. So I definitely take blame for that one. Just after we did it, looking at it, I'm like, that was an god awful review. So don't watch it. Actually, I'm probably going to delete it right after this. Anyways, I'm here to do it better this time. Down has grown on me a lot, and I really enjoyed, after lots and lots of listens, I really enjoyed part 1, so I was pretty interested in part 2. And I've always enjoyed past Down. I've just never got around to picking up their stuff. But this is the first thing from Down that I've owned, and I'm pretty fucking glad that I own this because this is a fantastic EP. It's 6 songs of just pure destruction, and I love it. So Kirk Weinstein is not with the band anymore. He left 2013 and is replaced with Bobby Landgraf. And I feel that Bobby Landgraf and Pepper Keenan do a very good job in keeping the Down sound going on the guitars. And I feel the band just feels slightly rejuvenated. I don't know. It just something felt a little bit different about this one than Down 4 Part 1. And I feel the guitars just sound fantastic on here. This is an album that doesn't have the best production, and it works for them. It's so good. It's so gritty, and it's so dirty, and I love it. And it just has this fucking very gross guitar sound, and it's just such a heavy album. And I never really think of Down as just a very heavy band, but man, I mean, this is just a very heavy fucking record. Take the song Steeple. I mean, when that kicks in and that riff, the more upbeat riff early in the song that kicks in, it's just so awesome, and you just want to headbang. You can't stop headbanging, and it's just so cool. Or in the song We Knew Him Well, when the main riff kicks in, it's so groovy. It's got so much groove to it. It's great. Also with the guitar is a lot of Black Sabbath worship, which is not a bad thing at all. I think the song Conjure really shows that off the best. How they just kind of slow the main riff down and kind of palm mute it, and it just sounded very, very Black Sabbath like. It reminded me of the title track to Black Sabbath's very first album. During the verse, when it slows down, but they still play the riff, and it just sounds evil and wonderful. So I mean, Down has always kind of had some Black Sabbath worship going on, but I feel just here it just shines like very, very much, which is great. Philip H. Anselmo, he sounds pretty good on here, I have to say. If I've just had to accept that Phil will never sound like the old days, like in Pantera. It's kind of like how you have to accept that Metallica's never going to write a Master of Puppets or Ride the Lightning again. Maybe they will, but I just highly doubt it. So. But he does sound good on here, and there's times where he just gets so pissed off and angry. He's pissed off this whole album, but even more pissed off than I guess normal. And it just reminded me of something that would have been on like earlier Down, or maybe even like Far Beyond Driven, which I feel is the most pissed off Pantera record. So Phil sounds pretty fucking good on here. Lots of screams, lots of just a very, gruff voice, very scratchy voice, and I think it works well with what's going on with the music. Um, and I mean, I'm looking at the lyrics, and the lyrics are pretty interesting as well for this album. So, I mean, Phil did a great job on this record. I feel that he honestly does sound better on here than in part one. Um, I just, I kind of like his, how, you know, take this song Witch Tripper, how he just says Witch Tripper, and it's kind of gruff, it's kind of singy, but it's not singy at the same time. Just stuff like that, I feel really fits what's going on. Such as Sufferer's Year, that's another one where he sounds very good on. Right away with the song Steeple, because it starts off kind of slow, playing some chords and stuff. There's some very low, like almost guttural growls that are, you know, played in the beginning. I don't know why I'm just losing train of thought like that. That's played in the beginning. I don't know if that's him or not, but it was pretty fucking cool. So I think Philip Anselmo did a very good job on this EP. I think everybody did a very good job because overall, this is an EP that just made me smile and just made me headbang because the riffage is so good on here. It's just got this feeling to it, you know, of, you know, old Black Sabbath. It's got some, I feel, some bluesy type stuff going on sometimes, and it just, it's cool, and it's very cool. I just feel when they hit like power chords on here, it's just so powerful, and it's just awesome. Um, I think the song Steeple is probably my favorite, but but there's a lot of really good songs on here. Basically, every song's really good, I feel. Oh, and I forgot to mention, at the end of Bakanahalia, the last track, there's this acoustic part that just comes out of nowhere, and I didn't expect it coming, and there's a very interesting guitar lead that goes over top of it. That was pretty cool. I would like to see Down incorporate that a little bit more into their sound. Um, so, I mean, I don't really have much else to say. The vocals are pretty fucking good for this, for the music. They're just pissed off and angry, and it really adds an entire new element to what the guitars are doing. The guitars are definitely my favorite. Pepper Keenan, Bobby Landgraf did a great job. And I mean, the drumming is good too. Didn't really stand out by Jimmy Bower. So, I'm going to conclude this review. Pick up Down 4 Part 2, or the Purple EP, whatever you want to call it. This just came out, like I said, through Warner Brothers Records. I'm going to give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. This is a fucking phenomenal listen, and you should listen to it. Make sure you check out all the other reviews of Epica and, you know, all the other shit